A fight just
Kambosos?
Carson always think I'm saying something.
I was just confused. I don't know where you're going.
Fight just got announced today. Devin Haney versus Kambosos.
Oh yes,
Come true.
And and Devin Haney with ESPN and Top Rank.
Okay.
He is rumored to be signing with Lou DiBella and Top Rank for a 2-fight.
Hey, man, and a lot of people just giving Devin Haney the belt. It ain't gonna be that easy.
Nah,
he can walk over there and get his ass clipped.
Nah.
Well,
I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight for either fighter.
And whoever gets that belt is giving it up to Loma if he makes out. All blessings to Ukraine. If he makes out his war, he's giving it up to Loma. I don't care who it is.
And there will be a rematch clause also in Australia, I believe. And this is all. None of this is like literally official, but it's been.
Hey, Shawn told me rematch clause is bullshit. So whoever win this fight fighting Loma.
Shawn also at some point said a mandatory was bullshit, and then got a fight based on mandatory. But that's a discussion for another day. But go ahead.
Hey, Shawn, I was gonna leave that on. I was gonna leave that on all show. Just roll with it, bro.
What are your initial thoughts about Devin and Kambosos there?
I'm hyped. Then Carson, I think we had this conversation, and I know me and Shawn had this conversation. Like I said, I want Devin Haney to get this fight against Kambosos. I think that in that division, this is the fight that makes the most sense out of any fight that could be made. I think it's one of the most exciting fights that could be made in the divisions. Tons of fight that could be exciting. This is one of the most exciting. And I really do. I think it's more of a 50-50 fight. I think if anything, I say 55-45 for Devin Haney.
All right. Since Carson's going there, I'm going Devin Haney goes down under and gets his ass put under.
Nope.
8-round knockout. Kambosos.
Did you write that down before you?
Nah. I was thinking it though.
Maybe I'm buying into it. I don't think it's much. It's not like it's a cakewalk and he goes over there and beats him 1 through 12. But I think he beats Kambosos relatively comfortably.
I'm literally not.
Well,
looking
he might have
at,
to beat him comfortably
because he's going to Australia. Carson, he's going to have to dominate.
Yeah, very true. Yeah,
I'm not looking at Kambosos' fight with Lopez saying that Kambosos is going to beat everybody in the division. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is what I said before Lopez and Kambosos fought, and I was saying that way back when the fight was announced. Like, hey,
Spartan blood.
I watched this guy. He's got some things that are really good about him. I don't know. It's a good fight. I think Lopez will win. We were all shocked.
Yeah.
And again, to the credit or defense, whatever have you, Kambosos had a long time to prepare for that fight with Lopez, and he was very amped up and ready for the moment. I don't think Lopez was where he needed to be physically, mentally. The list goes on. I think that Devin Haney, while they will have the same amount of time to get ready, the list goes on, I still think that Kambosos has some very unique attributes that will make a fight with Devin Haney hard, competitive. I think that vice versa, Devin Haney's clearly has some attributes that's going to make it a hell of a night for Kambosos. 55-45 fight in Devin Haney's favor.
I got Kambosos.
If I'm wrong, Carson, I'll do some push-ups.
Okay.
I got Kambosos.
I'm not doing push-ups. I think Devin wins wide. Maybe I'm just not buying into Kambosos. I think he's a good fighter. Had a great night against Teofimo. Obviously has some pop, but Devin Haney, you guys know how I get down with defensive fighters. He is elite defensively. Best jab in boxing that Shawn Porter has given to multiple fighters, but I think he legitimately might.
Hey, listen, he
gonna have to his best night in boxing.
I think he does. I'm not even positive if he needs to have his best night, but
you say he can beat him on the C night?
I think B plus Devin beats him.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I do. I think that every fighter has that night that just was unbelievable, and they may never ever be able to reduplicate that night. I don't think he has to have that kind of night to beat Kambosos, but I do think he's got to be on his P's and Q's from 1 all the way through 12.
Kambosos, close fight with Mickey Bay. Mickey Bay helping obviously with Team Haney.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, and for people who would look at that, it's
a test. Let me immediately say it's not a test. It's a test.
They're gonna have this on the chalkboard.
It's not a test.
Carson from Porterway Podcast.
If they're using me as motivation, aim higher. But go ahead.
So he had tough competitive fights with Lee Selby and Mickey Bay heading into that, and then look when the moment really came, the big moment came, how he elevated from there to there. well, if Haney's elevating for that same moment from decisively, handily beating Linares and Jojo Diaz, not split decisions against Selby and Mickey Bey, but clear wins over that, him elevating from there, he's going to be a problem. And you know, I think everyone will know who I'm picking. I'm picking Haney. Yeah. I'm excited for him because when I met with a kid who's 15 years old with Shawn. First day I met Devin was because of Shawn and Kenny, and they sparred, and I said, this kid's going to be a world champion. This kid could be great. And so it's exciting to see him get to this moment.
Undisputed.
After all these years. And there haven't been an undisputed lightweight champion since Pernell Whitaker. Yeah. I think that would be huge.
And Devin Haney, I mean, not that you wouldn't give him credit, but he's going over to Australia. And if the rematch clause is true in Australia, that you're testing yourself. You're going for it.
I ain't surprised.
I'm not either.
You have to.
I don't think I don't think Devin has ever given me the impression that he ducks any fights.
Mm-hmm.
So and this is, if you're looking for proof, this is it.
All I gotta say, if Devin gets that win, go ahead and take a detour, drop them belts off in Ukraine, and keep going. Ukraine and keep going to US because Loma is coming to get them belts.
If he's with Top Rank, that's you talk about a fun fight to watch. Devin Haney and Lomachenko.
Beat the hell out of Devin Haney.
That's the bigger ramifications here for the sport with this deal. Is now all of a sudden a lot of fights we wanted to see. Bob Arum's a genius. He let Eddie Hearn build Devin up to a certain point, and then when it was time to actually make the money, he snatched it in.
I'm also pretty sure there's a clip of Bob Arum saying something about he signed with the wrong promotion to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said something. He said, "Yeah, he signed the wrong promotion." And now,
now the ramifications are Lopez Haney is realistic. Yep. Haney Lomachenko is realistic.
Absolutely.
And Shakur Stevenson one day moving up from 130 pounds is realistic. All on ESPN. If he gets past Kambosos, they can match him with Lomachenko. Meanwhile, Teofimo can collect some of the belts if Josh Taylor vacates, or maybe Josh Taylor doesn't vacate and Haney moves up to 40.
He also fights on ESPN.
He fights on ESPN. So I think what's shaping up is if Haney wins, he's going to wind up fighting maybe Loma at 35. And then at 40, we could get that Haney-Lopez fight we've been waiting for, because if Taylor moves up, Haney grabs a belt, Lopez grabs a belt, then they fight each other at 40 in a unification. It's it all came together pretty nice. And now we might get not just Kambosos Haney, but a couple of big fights we've been wanting to see him in.
Yeah.
Or if Kambosos wins, Kambosos Lomachenko, maybe Kambosos Teofimo too.
Kambosos at 140. Not somebody who ever looks like he's ducking fights. So.
Right.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ed. Follow me on IG, Ed with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right. Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.